kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
A marriage, perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.
Hello, good morning, magnificent Monday, everyone. Morning, Hamida. Morning, Farah. Morning, Shaban. So good to see you guys again. Wow, how was your weekend? You know, I'm not sure about you. I always look forward to the weekend. It's a day I totally shut off my whole entire body and just sleep. You know, some people say, hey, as an entrepreneur, do you give your time of rest? I always say yes, that's a must. But of course, there's some different schools of thoughts when they always say, oh, for the first 2 years of your entrepreneurship journey, you need to basically move on, which is true. When I first started off doing business, my first company in year 2007, I actually sleep at night, and then I wake up by 7 something, and I'm in the office by 8 o'clock. So it's what I call the first 6 months of every journey of an entrepreneurship. But after that, you need to learn how to allow your body to rest. And I like to say, I saw this comment just now, Monday blues. Yeah, well, we do have this Monday blue thing that has been programmed in our head. But the thing here is this: as an entrepreneur, as an individual, if we allow for Monday blues, due respect, Shabat, it's going to kind of affect our whole entire day. Because I think I mentioned in one of the program that we did, one of the session, I said we have been programmed in our mind to say Monday blues. Of course, today I have one more extra one just to share with you. I'm also human. I'm worried about traffic jam. Today I sent both my kids, which are 7 and 9, to the school. My biggest worry is that will there be traffic jam? Will we get to school in time, etc.? This will mostly run through every single parent's brains this morning. But after dropping them off, I mean, that's being a parent. Coming back being an entrepreneur, what do we do? You see, when I created this talk, Up Your Game, and have a perceptual mental shaker, what I'm trying to do is to shake our past programming and therefore being able to be very, very productive. Tomorrow, I'm going to cover the 4 areas that actually stop people from achieving their greatest goal. But today, because it's the start of the week, I like to talk about how can you very quickly be able to get into a positive emotional state, what we call by positive anchoring for yourself, and therefore being able to shake off any Monday blue, any things that is negative. Let's put it this way, most people out there won't like Mondays because that's the first day of the week. They find it really hard to work. But as an entrepreneur, as an individual, as a leader, Monday mornings are the time that we should generally wake up and say, yes, today is the start of the week. Why I say yes is the start of a week, because my trade, I deal with corporates most of the time. And this is the day when they start working. I don't like weekends with corporates because they don't work. No decision making is being made. So Monday is my best time. I'm all geared up, all fired up. And in the afternoons, actually, I started already at 9 o'clock in the morning. My WhatsApp messages goes out, my emails goes out. All right, I let them digest the information first. Then in the afternoon, I will start following up, confirming appointments, confirming stuff. Right. So this is how it normally works as an entrepreneur. But the question is, how do you break the pattern? How do you get into a state of excitement? How do you get into a state of flow where in which that you just feel, isn't it nice in the morning, instead of like hearing the alarm clock goes off and then dragging our body to drink coffee and trying to wake up? In a heartbeat, or you snap your fingers, automatically you can have a emotion, positive emotion that runs through. Hey, morning, Fatin. Yes, it's a positive aura. Someone, you're right. Positive aura, basically, if you can actually access the emotion, automatically the aura covers you. Just to share with you, since I know you're more now, is when I was a trainer for the first time, I didn't share a lot about my past, but I'll tell you a little bit more now. I was a lecturer. I was a law lecturer for about 6 years, 1.5 years full-time, and then the rest of it part-time. Generally, my students, I have 2 schools. Half of them that likes me, half of them hates me. And I wonder what was it, right? Those people that hate me, after years later, I only understood that basically last time I was very insecure. I was not very confident of myself. And ultimately, because I'm not confident, I create this so-called, if I may use the word, cocky or arrogance, to build the aura of confidence, to protect my little low self-esteem. So because of that, I realized that, hey, whenever I train or I conduct a workshop, I'm not very connected with my participants. Why? Because I'm worried about what they're going to say about me, whether they're going to like me, etc., etc. Whether, all this what ifs that runs through our mind. It's the little thing that we actually we'll cover it tomorrow a little bit more. But basically, it's about, in order for it to connect, what I feel like that I was lacking was the fact that I lacked the state of love and care. So what I did was I was talking to another trainer last time, and then he said, hey, Adrian, before you go up on stage, can you try doing this, which I'm sharing with you right now? Can you think of a time when you are totally full of love? For example, when you look at your child, do you have love? All right. So for mothers are easier, but I'm not sure how many of us here are parents, but could it be a love of something? So I started thinking about, okay, what do I love most? What do I care about most? Could it be a family member? Now, then he said to me, Adrian, why don't you just sit back and think of a time when you felt most loved, or felt when you are giving most love? Can you think of a time? I said, yes. Can you see the picture inside your mind? I said, yes. Can you hear the sounds that's happening there? Yes. Now, can you feel love? Okay, in a scale to 1 to 10, how much love do you feel? I said, well, 8. Well, if it's an 8, now I just want you to feel it more. Intensify the picture. Now, as I started reaching about 8, 9 to 10, he started touching my knuckle at this particular point. And as he touched my knuckle, it's somehow what we call by installing an anchor on my knuckle. Then he asked me again as well, which I'm going to share with you. What does it take for you to be a good trainer? Do you need to be in your time? It means when you're standing on stage, you're totally enjoying yourself. and you're totally connected. I say, okay, great. Can you think of a time when you're most in the flow? That means you can just do something. I say, okay, I did the same thing, and I keep on pressing. So what happens is that whatever emotions that we need to get us together, I say excitement, it could be care, love, joy, passion. If you can think of a time when you have all these emotions, one by one, what we can do is we can install it on our hand. And before I walked on stage that day for a dry run, I actually pressed the button and I felt the emotions coming through my body. And when I went in, I started talking, and this person that came in to observe, which I do not know, right? And I said, would you like to give me any feedback? And he looked at me and said, Adrian, you are a very caring trainer. In my mind, it never crosses my mind that I'm ever a caring trainer. So basically what we are saying is that in order, whatever emotions that we need on a daily basis, we can be able to install it on our body and make us effective. All right. So basically that's what helps as well, because let's put it this way, we are all human beings. We can get stressed. Things may not go our way all the time. But the thing is, whenever we are meeting with people don't like negative people, right? We talked about this last Friday when we talked about if you have a negative emotion, you go and see a person, your vibes actually goes across, which we don't want. What we want to do is to be able to always amplify. Similarly, whenever you're dealing with a person as well, be very careful. Always amplify the positive. Do not amplify the negative. You see, when somebody comes and tell me and say, hey, Adrian, can I have some advice from you? I'm having this problem with my boyfriend or with my girlfriend. And then the person, the guy is so bad. And then we're like, yes, sir. Wow, how come the guy is so bad? And as you talk to that person more, the person's negative emotion is amplified. And when the person's negative emotions amplify and the person's looking at you, what's going to happen? Now your face is equated to the negative emotions. And therefore, what we don't want is that next time when a person sees you, the person actually feels the negative emotion. So basically what I do is, in terms of sales as well, I always amplify things that are good. Remember last week, I covered competitor, what is good? Competitor, what is good? Negative, good. Negative, good. So basically what we are trying to do is we're talking about whenever we are dealing with a person, whenever the person is really happy and excited, I normally do a gesture like this. You will notice most people or most successful people, they have very good positive anchoring. Example, if you have heard of Anthony Robbins, the world's #1 motivator, if you see somebody claps his hands like that, that's Anthony Robbins. There is another person that I always see, he always does this. So, or there's another person that I always see that he always does this. So what we are saying is that if you have a signature body gesture to create an anchor to that person, then every single time the person sees your same gesture, they will feel that positive emotion. It's just like whenever our kids are good, we actually give them a sweet. So that's how we want to manage the world, to be able to be the positive part of the world. And whenever they are dealing with us or when they see us, sometimes people see me with this. Now working from home, I don't get a chance to wear my leather jacket, but normally whenever I go out for workshops, I'm always in a leather jacket. Each time people see a leather jacket, they always remember me. All right, so what we're going to do is, remember, in order for you to get into states or get into emotion, always access the time when you felt most love, most joy, most happiness, most relaxed. Amplify it, hear the sounds, see what you see, anchor it on your body, and next time see the magic happens. Whenever you need to feel relaxed, you press the button. So every Monday morning, I jump out of bed, snap my fingers, clench my face, and say, yes, this week is going to be a great week. And you see the emotion, feel the emotion gush through your whole entire body, and you would have the right emotion, right states to get through your day. So, folks, good enough for today. remember the love. I like Hamida is always romantic. That remember the time where you felt love. But I think which is good because our people, our clients, the people that we work with, let's face it, they don't care how much you know, but they only care how much you care. And that's the only time when you genuinely love people and people can work with you. So tomorrow I'm going to come back with what are the 4 key factors that causes a human being to not being able to succeed in their life, right? So that's all for today, folks. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day ahead. Till tomorrow. See you.
Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So isu yang tak settle di Malaysia lagi adalah
Pengangguran meningkat pada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
Marriage perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.